Okay, I gotta make this really quick because currently monsters are chasing me. Because Rick Riordan's new Percy Jackson book is out and they want to steal it from me. No, back you foul monsters! Back to Tartarus with you! Y'all ready for this? Down, down, down. Yes! So, book 1 of The Trials of Apollo by Rick Riordan. It's so good! Okay, this is the 11th book in the Percy Jackson series. Technically, it's not the Percy Jackson series. This is now the Trials of Apollo series. And the first one was Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Then the second series was the Heroes of Olympus. And now this is the Trials of Apollo series. But they're all Percy Jackson. So, you know what? I'm not complaining. I have 11 books of my wonderful Perseus. Also, sorry if I sound funny to you guys. I'm getting over a cold, so I have a nice nasally voice at the moment. I could just give you some free life advice. That's Ramona. Hi! My life advice to you, go read The Trials of Apollo. It is so good. So, to summarize, if you haven't read this book yet, the main character of Trials of Apollo is, of course, the god Apollo. He apparently pisses off Zeus, as, you know, one tends to do. And because of that, Zeus banishes him from Olympus and turns him into a mortal teenager, going through hormones and puberty and acne with belly flab. Isn't being human so much fun? I love his human name. It's Lester Patalopoulos. So now that he's human in the mortal world and has almost none of his godly power, so he must get to Camp Half-Blood because, you know, Camp Half-Blood, duh. And all the journeys that he must then overcome in his trials to become a god again. So along the way we run into some new demigods, and of course the one, the only, the greatest thing to ever happen since Harry Potter, Percy Jackson. Not gonna lie, I started reading this book just because I wanted to read more about Percy. But I kept reading because of Apollo. And that's pretty much it for the non-spoilers, so if you haven't read this book yet, go read it, it's so good! And if you haven't read the Percy Jackson series, oh my god, go read it. Like, seriously, don't think because you saw the movie and was like, oh, it's not a very good movie, the books can't be that good. No, 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 no. Read the books, and then read Trials of Apollo, because that's what we're here to talk about. So, until you do that, bye! I'm assuming if you're staying, that means that you've read this already, and we're gonna talk about spoilers now. Woo! I loved reading from Apollo's point of view. It was so much fun. You get to see the sheer arrogance of a god. You know, from their point of view, they don't see it really as arrogance. They're just like, you know, people should be worshiping me. Of course, why not? And it's so much fun to see that. But then throughout the course of the thing, he goes and he turns into this guy that actually cares about his offspring and cares about Meg, and it's just like, Rick Riordan is such good character development.
It's so good. Okay, hi.
From the first moment I opened this book, I just was in love. You know how I know? Because of the opening title chapter. Hoodlums punched me in the face. I would smite them if I could. Mortality blows. And I read that and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like this series. God, I really missed having the funny chapter titles, because those weren't in the Heroes of Olympus series. Because we went from, I accidentally vaporized my pre-algebra teacher, to Jason, Piper, Leo, Hazel. It's like, really? That's so boring! So it just made me so happy to be back with the funny titles. I was like, yes! And I really like that it's all just from one point of view, and that's Apollo's point of view, and I really like that we're back to that one point of view kind of thing. So what I thought was really funny was when Apollo's like, yeah, Percy Jackson, he loves me. I taught him everything he knows. And as the audience member, you're just like, really? But it's so much fun because Apollo legitimately believes that. I love the relationship between Meg and Apollo. Like, from the first moment she's like, I own you. I love Meg. From the moment I met her, who's her godly parent? I don't understand. And then when it's revealed that it's Demeter, it's like, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Goddess of the harvest. Should have seen that coming. Demigods have some messed up childhoods. The thing that's great about Rick Riordan books is the fact that he sets up such amazing plot twists. What isn't he telling me there? What isn't he telling me there? And you're concentrating on this thing, and then suddenly it's like, bam, plot twist over here, and you're like, how did I not see that coming? I read that, and my jaw literally dropped. I was like, what? So the amount of Will and Nico love in this was amazing. I love the part where Nico's like sitting at the Apollo table and Apollo's like, why are you sitting here? Shouldn't you be at the Hades table? And Nico's like, yeah, I could, but every time I do, the ground opens up and skeletons crawl out. I have no control over it. It's really sad. And it only stops when I sit here at the Apollo table. I have a doctor's note. And Will is so cute. Will's just like, I'm his doctor. Haha.
Will and Nico, they are so freaking cute. Yeah.
So when Leo and Calypso arrive on Festus, I'm just like over the moon. I'm so happy because I get my Cleo.
I get my Cleo, I get my Cleo. So many ships.
So it's really fun is seeing Calypso off her island, seeing her affected by that because it's like, oh, I used to have magic that I could just do stuff with, and now I'm mortal. I don't have any of that. So it's going to be really interesting to see Calypso and Apollo kind of bond over the fact that they're now both mortal and basically have no powers. Fun times! But at the same time, she's so happy to be with Leo and be off that island. This says Leo because I love Leo a lot and because I'm also a Leo. Yay me! So we do meet up with Percy in this book, but not for as long as I'd like. We go to his apartment, we see his mom. His mom is pregnant! Oh my god, his mom is pregnant! He's gonna be a big brother! He's gonna have a nice, mortal little brother. Oh, there's gonna be so much drama there. And what I really like is the fact that Percy mentions that Annabeth is up in Boston handling a family emergency, which means that the events that happen in Magnus Chase are happening at the same time as this! And the way that we left it in this book is like, there's so much that's unresolved! There's so much that is unresolved in this book! So, first of all, Apollo needs to find Meg and help her, and defeat Python, and defeat the Beast, and get all the oracles back. And the biggest, most important question of all that has not been answered is, who do I ship Apollo with? Because I'm not really sure yet. I definitely like him with Meg, but more as bros. Like, I see them as a bro OTP. So what I'm really hoping for is on the next book, they head over to New Rome and meet up with Queen Raina, because don't forget, her prophecy says that she will not fall in love with a demigod. And guess who's not a demigod? So those are some of my thoughts on The Trial of Apollo, Book 1, The Hidden Oracle. What are some of yours? And what is your favorite ship from the Percy Jackson series? Let me know in the comments below. My favorite is Percabeth. And from now until next time, don't you forget to keep smiling, reading! I am not an athlete. No! Back to Tartarus with you, foul demons! Ow! I think I cut myself on my own arrow. I would not survive long as a demigod. Back to Tartarus with you! I think my arrow just fell behind my bed. I am never getting that back.